tells him that he got skills, but Kels, the day you put out a hit is the day Diddy admits that he put the hit out that got Pac. He spits, essentially implicating Diddy in Tupac. One Twitter user wrote, "This is the Eminem I love the most."
Kendrick Lamar tried to warn us. You a Kendrick fan since way back, since Section 80, he been talking about the dark aspects of the industry. Even in songs like High Power, he has bars like, "Enough to drive a man insane, a woman insane, the reason Lauryn Hill don't sing," or Kurt Cole. Like, what? Talking about the drama within the industry that drives artists crazy.
Anybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So if you've been keeping up with Diddy's whole drama, you already know that this is way deeper than what's on the surface. I'm talking about some serious dirt that Eminem and Kendrick Lamar have been trying to warn us about for years. But see, they haven't just been hinting at Diddy's shady moves. They've been sounding the alarm about the whole industry being a cesspool of corruption, manipulation, and straight up deviancy. And now with Diddy's recent arrest lighting up the headlines, it looks like M and K Dot are ready to spill even more tea. So according to the latest reports, Eminem and Kendrick are allegedly working on something big together. And while we don't have the full details yet, whether it's a collab track, a sit-down interview, or maybe even a full-blown documentary, sources are saying that these two have teamed up for a secret project. And apparently, their goal is to pull the curtain back on all the industry creeps and expose these so-called PDF files. Y'all know what that's code for. And trust me, this isn't just about Diddy. Word on the street is M and Kendrick are about to air out all the dirty laundry, and they're coming for everyone in the game, friends and enemies alike. And guess what? Drake's name is also being thrown in the mix. Some sources are saying Drake might have been handpicked by the industry higher-ups to carry on Diddy's alleged operations. I mean, Kendrick's been giving us these cryptic warnings in his bars for years, especially saying the whole industry is dirty, and we're only scratching the surface. And speaking of Eminem, we can't forget how he's been dropping hints for a minute about Diddy's possible connection to Tupac's. With Keefe D's trial kicking off soon, there's talk that M's lyrics might actually be used in court to tie Diddy to Pac's death. It's crazy how the puzzle pieces are finally starting to come together, and the entire industry might get flipped upside down. So y'all better stay tuned because it looks like this ride is just getting started. Okay, so let's first talk about how Eminem was calling out Diddy for years. And I'm not just talking about that bar on Killshot where he hinted that Diddy might have put a hit on Tupac. If you're a real M fan, you already know that Slim Shady has never been shy about calling people out. And Diddy is no exception. And now that Diddy's name is being dragged through the mud with all this recent drama, fans are going back and realizing that M's been sending warning shots for a minute. The first time M actually took a swipe at Diddy was way back in 1996 on a track called Effing Crazy, where he raps, "Original bad boy on the case, cover your face, came in the place blowed, and sprayed Puffy with mace." And this was just the beginning of what turned into a decades-long saga of M taking shots at Diddy. Fast forward to 2000, and on the track Marshall Mathers, Eminem again name-checked Diddy with the line, "You little groupie B, get off me, go F Puffy." By this point, Eminem was already solidified in the hip-hop scene, but he was still kinda new to all the Hollywood fame. What made him stand out though was how he wasn't afraid to go after the big names. That same year on the track I'm Back, M took another jab, but this time he went even further by name-dropping Diddy's then girlfriend, J-Lo. He raps, "Cause if I ever stuck it in any singer in showbiz, it'd be Jennifer Lopez. And Puffy, you know this. I'm sorry, Puff, but I don't give an F." So during this time, most of M's shots at Diddy felt more like playful jabs, but that lighthearted shade didn't last forever, and eventually things got really serious. One of M's most controversial lines about Diddy dropped in 2018 on the diss track Killshot, where he was going after Machine Gun Kelly. And just when everyone thought it was only about MGK, M threw in a couple of bars about MGK's former label boss, Diddy, that had the whole hip-hop world shooketh. "I will not fail. I'm with the doc still. But this idiot's boss pops pills and tells him he's got skills. But Kells, the day you put out a hit is the day Diddy admits that he put the hit out that got Pac." Now, Eminem did follow up by saying, "I'm just playing, Diddy, you know I love you." However, fans thought quite differently. By the way, on Killshot, Eminem also mocked MGK for needing Diddy's approval to release his diss track, Rap Devil. He spits, "Got the Diddy okay, so you spent your whole day shooting a video just to effing dig your own grave." And then another interesting detail is that Killshot dropped on September 14th, just one day after the 22nd anniversary of Tupac's death. But Eminem didn't stop there. By 2020, he continued to reference Diddy on multiple tracks, including on Godzilla, where he alludes to that infamous Making the Band cheesecake episode. They call me Diddy because I make bands, and I call getting cheese a cakewalk. And then on one of his latest albums, The Death of Slim Shady, Coup de Grace, Eminem once again referenced those long-standing speculations about Diddy's alleged involvement in both Tupac and Biggie's deaths. On the track Fuel, Eminem raps, Notorious B.I.G.'s death was the domino effect of Tupac's murder. Like facial tissue, whose clock should I clean next? Puffs, till he's in police handcuffs, guilty, will he step up? And then of course, from the same track, there's the viral bar where Eminem spells out rapper with the P, basically calling Diddy a rapist. M spits, and R-A-P-E-R got so many essays. Wait, he didn't just spell rapper and leave out a P, did he? And then finally on the track Antichrist from the same album, M takes it a step further, rapping, next idiot Ask Me is getting his ass worse than Diddy did. But on the real though, she probably ran out of the room with his effing dildo. So yeah, it sounds like M is one of those industry figures who's always known what Diddy is really about. But let's be real, it's not just M. Everybody in the game probably knew the deal. Now some folks are out here saying that these rappers are complicit for staying quiet about all this shady stuff. But on the flip side, we gotta remember that Diddy wasn't just some regular industry executive. This man, allegedly, had multiple people taken out, even the mother of his children. Allegedly, of course. I mean, we've all heard the story about him trying to blow up Kid Cudi's car just because he talked to Cassie. So if he's pulling moves like that, it's no wonder so many people were scared to speak out. And if these rumors about Diddy's body count are even halfway, well, it makes sense why everyone in the industry kept their mouths shut. They were probably trying to keep themselves safe. Although it's still wild to think that so many rappers were just sitting on this info knowing fully well what was going down behind the scenes. Okay, now let's switch gears and talk about Kendrick Lamar, because fans are convinced Kendrick is on a mission to expose not just Diddy, but every other deviant and PDF file in the industry. So there's this new blind item that's blowing up, claiming that Diddy and Drake were both allegedly running secret PDF file rings for Hollywood elites. Diddy supposedly targeting young male talent, while Drake focused on girls. So at this point, we're way past talking about rap beef. These are serious, dark allegations that go deeper than just Diddy and Drake. People are starting to look at the whole industry sideways, with rumors about powerful people pulling the strings behind the scenes. So you remember in his diss track aimed at Drake, Euphoria, Kendrick references that incident from 2014 when Diddy allegedly slapped Drake in a club. Kendrick raps, "You gonna make me bring back Puff. Let me see if Chubbs really crashed something." But Kendrick didn't stop there. In another brutal diss track, Meet the Grams, he took it to the next level and hinted that Drake might be wrapped up in some Diddy-level shady business. And Kendrick's basically saying it's only a matter of time before the feds come knocking at Drake's Toronto mansion, aka the embassy, for a full-on raid. Kendrick raps, "It's some weird ish going on, and some of these artists be here to police it. They be streamlining victims all inside of their home and calling them tender, then leak videos of themselves to further push their agendas. The embassy about to get raided too. It's only a matter of time." And then of course on Not Like Us, Kendrick directly accuses Drake and his OVO crew of being certified PDF file. But just to make things even crazier, let's talk about that blind item from 2018 that recently resurfaced. So this blind item is alleging that Diddy and Drake were both masterminds behind secret trafficking rings within the music industry. Supposedly, Diddy was targeting young male talent, while Drake had his focus on females. The blind item reads, "There is an interesting dynamic going on in the music world right now. Sick and disgusting, but interesting in how it divides. Apparently, if you are a follower of one of these named permanent A-list singer, and by follower I mean attend his parties, work with his producers, and guest talent, then that means that you are more of a lover of boys below the age. This whole group is dedicated to finding young male talent than developing them. Yes, that A-list singer was one of them. He in turn has brought them several others. The other group, led by this foreign-born one-named permanent A-list singer, generally tends to attract followers who like finding and developing females below the age. They like to model themselves after R. Kelly and his development of Aaliyah. They are all about getting these teens under their control, both sexually and musically. They even informally call their group LMK after the song Let Me Know, which featured R. Kelly and Aaliyah. You will often see it written on their shoes to let people know they are a member of that group." So allegedly, the A-lister who's the ringleader of this group targeting young men is none other than Diddy, and Usher is supposedly the one scouting for that young male talent. Then on the flip side, the foreign-born A-lister running the group targeting females, you guessed it, allegedly, it's Drake. Fans are now saying that Diddy's whole situation is just the beginning of something much bigger that's about to go down. We're talking about some huge names potentially being exposed for these nasty, deviant crimes. And now we're hearing that Eminem and Kendrick Lamar want to blow the lid off this mess. success, and they're probably teaming up on a secret project to do just that. The details are still locked down tight, but inside sources are spilling that this project is all about exposing the entire industry. They're planning to come for every or hiding behind the culture, with the mission of cleaning house and rebuilding hip-hop into something more positive. But here's the real question. Is this too big of a mission even for heavyweights like Em and Kendrick? Could this issue go deeper than just these rappers and moguls? Maybe it's really about the power players pulling the strings behind the scenes. You know, the ones Kanye tried to warn us about, who have a vested interest in keeping the industry toxic. I don't know, y'all, this could get messy. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and don't forget to stick around for this next video.